Who is the best garden buddy in the world? You are. Would you like to shake my hand? Can you shake? Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's take a look. I've got the pine straw here to remind me to continue to add. Are you going to help me check them out? Do they look okay? What do you think? Yeah? Be gentle. Be gentle. Yeah, I think it's okay. So they all look really, really good. We're just going to keep that pine straw around them to take care of them. And everyone over here is looking good. Yeah, all of our cauliflower in the center looks like it's really stable. So that is great. And the marigolds are just getting really tall over there. She is just kind of a constant struggle. I keep saying this every time I film it. I need to go get some string and tie her up so that she'll stay a little bit better. And then I'm really ready to get this bed done. This one looks like it's having a little trouble, and I noticed that. So we're just going to watch it closely. And then everyone else is just doing fantastic. Fantastic. Look at this. Looks good. Okay. Are you going to check in the greenhouse too? You're going to gently take a look? You're not as brave as Leo. Hi everybody, it's in the evening on Monday, and I am getting my tripod so I can do a cook with me because I've got a recipe I want to share with you. But I've got something really exciting to show you. Do you see all of these sprouts? That's lettuce. And in just a couple of weeks, we will be able to come out here and have our own salad bar. We'll have radishes to pick from, we'll have lettuce. It is going to be delicious. Okay, let me grab my tripod and we will go inside and do a cook with me. I would like to make some okra tonight to go with dinner. So let me see. Oh, we do have some. Even though we have this, I think that could be, I'm not as familiar with this one. It seems like it needs to get a little thicker. Not longer, but thicker. So we'll give that a little bit more time. But let's see if we have some okra, because that would be delicious with the dinner that I'm making. Let's see. We have a lot that's so close, but I don't think we have any that we can harvest tonight. But luckily, we have some inside that I could whip up. And did you know that when you have mushrooms in your garden like this, that is a sign of very healthy soil? So I will get rid of that, but it's a sign of very healthy soil, which that's good news. And one other thing that we need is our dinner calls for chives. So I'm going to grab some fresh chives from the garden. Okay. I am home and just kind of had some time out in the garden, and now it's time to prepare dinner. So this is such an easy recipe, and it is one of my favorite garden to table dishes whenever it was the spring and summer and I had tomatoes that I was harvesting from the garden, and I had fresh zucchini right off of the plant, and it was delicious. Unfortunately, it's not that season right now, but we can still create this recipe, and I want to share it for any of you that maybe you don't have a garden right now and you can buy these vegetables right at the store. So let's get started. We are going to take our, you can do boneless, skinless chicken breast like I'm doing. You can do chicken thighs, whatever you'd like, but we're going to go ahead and marinate it while we're getting our orzo cooked. I like to marinate it in an Italian dressing, so we're going to shake this up real good. I'm going to trim up my meat. And even though I have 2 chicken breasts, I like to cut the one chicken breast kind of at a diagonal so that I get 2 pieces out of it, so that I end up with 4 pieces. And if we want to eat all 4 for dinner, we can. Or if we want to have some for tomorrow and pack up a lunch, we can do that as well, because I just find that they are larger and sometimes I don't eat the whole one. So let's get our chicken cut and go ahead and take our bowl, and we're going to marinate our chicken while we get ready to get everything else prepped. I've got them all trimmed up, and I'm just going to put them in my bowl. And honestly, I mean, that is still a really nice sized chicken breast. These are huge. They're from Fresh Market. I love to get these on Tuesdays when they're like $3.99 a pound. So I definitely grab them. But let's get our marinade. Let's save this. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna sit it in the refrigerator because I'm gonna let it marinate for about 30 minutes while we get our orzo going. So let me wrap this and put it in the refrigerator and I'll be right back. We're gonna go ahead and get our orzo cooking. And can I just mention, is this not the prettiest bag? It almost has like little gold metal buckles. And look at this is like the Target brand. How nice, I like that. So we're gonna get this cooking. We're gonna add 2 cups of water for 1 cup of orzo, and it's gonna cook in about 8 to 10 minutes. And I'm gonna add my seasonings to it. I do like to throw in some, I was thinking I had my gimbal on, but I don't have it on, but I like to throw in salt, pepper, and a little bit of my ranch seasoning. So let's get this boiling. I like to take my orzo, so I have 2 cups of water. I'm gonna add a good heavy tablespoon of this chicken bouillon, and it just gives the water such a great flavor. You could add chicken stock as well, but the key is use what you have. So we've got 2 cups of water. We're going to do 1 cup. I'm going to get a different bag for that because I did not do a good job opening that. Okay, so I have 1 bowl to put my zucchini and 1 bowl to put my tomato, and I am not cooking the zucchini because once it hits that hot orzo and hot chicken, it'll warm up, but it's going to be so fresh and so delicious. And plus we like it to have just a little bit of its bite and not be mushy. One of my favorite things was cooking or growing zucchini so that I could cook it inside and try to find as many recipes to make as possible, because cooking zucchini, you're just fighting that squash vine borer. So every time you were able to pick a zucchini that you grew was such a reward, because it's not guaranteed. And that's one thing about the garden. You don't want anything to go to waste because you know how hard you worked to grow it, and I loved that. Okay, now because I love this ranch seasoning so much, I'm throwing a little bit of ranch in my orzo. And by the way, there's a bunny that's our neighbor's, and that bunny likes to come sit in front of my window, and I think she likes to torment the dogs, so hopefully they'll let us cook without barking. Our chicken's been marinating for about 30 minutes and I just took it out. I'm gonna go ahead and get our cast iron skillet ready to go. I'm telling you, I don't know how I made it this long in my life not using a cast iron skillet. I love this, absolutely love it. Let me know if you use a cast iron skillet because it's like life-changing. But we're gonna get our chicken and get ready to put it in to the cast iron skillet. And I like to just brown it, and then I put it in the oven to finish off on kind of a high heat. So I'm gonna take my olive oil, get that started. Make sure we stir our orzo so it doesn't stick. I cannot wait until next spring and summer whenever I can come on my channel and show you the most delicious, amazing tomato recipes straight from the garden. You talk about garden to table recipes. They are amazing. But let's get this on. Okay, so we have our tomatoes chopped. I like to chop my tomatoes so they're a little bit thicker, and that way they kind of really stand up when they're in that heat. To you, orzo. I think our orzo is done, but we're gonna test it. Orzo is like pasta, it's not like rice, and that's something that I had to learn years ago is you're not trying to cook it until that water evaporates and goes away like rice. You're cooking it like you were making a batch of noodles for spaghetti, and we're just gonna drain it. So I recommend that you get your clean spoon when you think that it's ready, and you put a little in, let it cool, so you don't burn your mouth, and then see if it's to the level that you like. So that's what we're gonna do now. We have 3, and I'm gonna chop these up and put them in the air fryer. And I'm also gonna go to my freezer where I've been storing my shishito peppers, and I love to I like to toss those in olive oil and salt, pepper, and a little ranch seasoning, and I'll blister those in the air fryer. So let me go grab those from the freezer. I did such a good job of stocking those up. You can buy these at the grocery store. They're shishito peppers, and they are so good, but I'm taking these frozen, and I'm gonna grab my bowl, and then I'm going to take olive oil, coat them real good with olive oil, and we'll stir that. Toss some salt and pepper and ranch. And toss them right in the air fryer. Okay. We are just gonna stir in that zucchini and get it mixed in there really, really well. And it's gonna soak up the flavor of that chicken stock in the orzo. It is delicious. So we've got that. Let me grab our tomatoes.
Hey, my love.
Hello, my love.
Smells good.
Good. I think it's,
Cheetos you got going?
yeah. You can smell them?
I just smelled it. I smelled the chicken first.
Go ahead and top this with feta so that we can get it mixed in there really, really good. Okay, so I have fresh chives straight from the garden. We're gonna put that right in there. So that is dinner. We have a little bit of the garden to table with the shishitos and the okra, and in the spring and summer you would have the zucchini and the tomatoes. It would be delicious, but this is delicious. I cannot wait to sit down and eat it. And we even have the chives from today, which is going to be really good, but super easy recipe. I'll kind of lay it out below as well. And it's so good, but what's really good about it, you can also eat this the next day and the flavors are just as good, but some people will actually eat it cold and not heat it up. I do like to take the chill off of it, but it's delicious. So I'll see you later on. Hi everybody, welcome to my greenhouse. So it's a very gloomy day today, but that's okay. The garden loves it. It's getting a good dose of rain, and there's nothing better than rain watering your garden compared to having to water it from the water hose. I mean, it is that boost that it absolutely loves. So we'll take the trade-off, but I do need it to stop raining because my seedlings need their field trip so that I can hurry up and get them in the garden. So they are ready. They're in their cups ready to explode, but that's okay. So let's see. Dinner last night was absolutely delicious. That is going to be a recipe that you need to make. I know that you will love it, and it's something that you'll want to definitely put on the table. And like I said, you can pick those ingredients up at the store now, and then in the future, if you ever have a garden and grow it, it is the most perfect garden to table dinner. And then we have it packaged up for lunch today, and you can eat it cold or you can heat it up. I like to heat mine up just enough to take the chill off the chicken, and it is delicious. Delicious. So, all right, let's go take a quick look at the garden. I always get a little nervous after a rain if everyone's going to be standing up okay, and they're all doing good. I probably just need to give her a little support, so I'll go get a bamboo stick. But also our lettuce is just doing fantastic. Look at that. It is popping up. So we're going to have a row of lettuce that's just going to come up, and it's the kind of lettuce that you can pick as it grows. You're not waiting for a head of lettuce, so it's going to be beautiful. Cauliflower is doing outstanding, and look at this. I mean, these guys just absolutely loved the rain. I'll give you a little look at my roselle. She's got 3 flowers on her. I've never had 3 flowers, and look at that pod. Isn't that so unusual? This time I'm going to let it finish growing so that hopefully I can get enough to make a jelly. So, so pretty. The lesson I learned on this, in case you grow roselle, I should have done what I did to this one. And when she reached this point right here, I snipped her. And that just caused her to grow 2 sides. And now she's going to be short and bushy compared to tall and heavy. See her? Isn't that amazing how that one difference, just giving it a trim when it was that tall, did that? I'm telling you, nature is just so amazing to me. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna stop right now. I've only mentioned in every video that I need to tie her up, and then I forget, so we are gonna do that right now. I have my twine, my scissors. Let's help this little lady out so that she stops falling. This task is now complete. That's it for today. We're gonna go ahead and go inside and finish getting everything ready, and I'll see you this evening. I think I'm gonna do a little, I'll share a little something I've put together from the garden that was frozen that really works out great as a dinner item, and you can buy the ingredients at the grocery store and make your own in advance to have on hand. So I'll show you those tonight. Look at that radish. Oh my goodness. I do think she's ready. Ah, look how delicious that's gonna be. Okay, super excited about that. And we have little carrots. Great. So that was super exciting. My first radish of the season. I'm gonna clean her up a little bit more and then taste her because she's a breakfast radish. And then I'll cut some for Eddie, and not a lot, but it'll be a taste to see how she did, to kind of see how that flavor is coming along. So let me clean her up real good. I actually did not care for radishes before growing them, and then when I grew my own, the taste is just amazing. So I'm cutting this in half lengthwise so that we can, you know, one end might be a deeper, rootier taste, but let's see how it is. That is so good. It is so fresh. Just a little bit of a bite because the breakfast radish is a little bit more smooth, and now I can taste that little bit of spiciness. Really delicious. Okay, that was my one radish for the season so far. Okay, everybody, so it is Tuesday evening. I love to know what day of the week it is whenever I'm watching someone's vlogs. That way I kind of know where we are in it, and we're only at the very beginning of the week. So I am going to light a candle. I picked this up, oh goodness, maybe 2 collections ago from the Studio McGee collection from Target. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. And it smells really good, but I usually don't light a candle when I'm making dinner, but there's something about the weather right now. It's rainy, but it's not thunderstorms because I do not like thunderstorms, but it seems cozy even though it's not quite cool enough, but it's not steamy hot, and I'm going to take that. So I'm just gonna put this right here and let that burn because we had the hottest summer, and I think I only had to water my garden maybe 3 times from the end of April until almost mid-August because it was raining every day. I don't even know how I had a garden. It was not fun, but now that it's kind of that weather and it feels a little different, I want it to feel a little cozy. So I'm gonna start dinner, and I just had to laugh for a minute. I was editing the footage from last night, and it looked like my kitchen was starting to get really kind of smoky, but that was kind of the camera interestingly picking it up because it did not look that way. So I thought that was kind of interesting. It was not that smoky, but tonight we definitely won't have any smoke. But I'm gonna show you, I'm just making one of these honey garlic teriyaki pork tenderloins. Super easy to just come home on those kind of early in the week when you've got to finish pushing through, put that in the oven. I'm going to have some fresh vegetables, but my garden to table item. So during the spring and summer, especially the summer, my jalapenos were popping. No pun intended. They were just doing amazing. And I made so many jalapeno poppers and stuffed them with bacon, cream cheese, cheddar cheese, seasoning. They are delicious. And at first, I just for a while thought, ooh, I don't want to freeze a pepper and then thaw it out. It's going to be mushy and yucky. It's not. I don't know how it stays magical, but I take mine, I'm going to put it on a sheet pan with some parchment paper. You can do it in the air fryer. I'm going to do it in the oven because I'll have the oven on anyway making my pork tenderloin, and I'm going to cook it at kind of a higher temperature. They are amazing. So if you grow peppers or jalapeno peppers, or know someone that, you know, offers them to you, make stuffed peppers and freeze them, and that way any night whenever they're not in season, you can pull them out and cook them. So that's what we're gonna do right now, is get those going. And then what else? Oh, I'm snacking on one of the cookies, the silo cookies that I did from this weekend's vlog. They are delicious. Eddie has told me multiple times, you know, those cookies, they sure are good. And that makes me feel so good. And he even said, hey, my dad said those cookies were really good. So that's like the highest compliment. I love that when someone continues to tell you how great they are. So, okay, I'm gonna get started cooking, and I might see you later tonight. I know I won't get to go out in the garden, but I am thinking about going upstairs, taking a hot tea, taking a few minutes and doing some yoga stretches in the workout room. And I just find that that helps so much when I'm out in the garden, just to kind of, and helps my muscles. So let me get started. Oh, and I had something to share with you. I am over the moon about this. I am starting to do everything possible with all the classes I can take to further my knowledge. I think I said this before, on flowers. Well, today I ordered my first, I hope I say this right, dahlias. I hear people say it differently all the time. Let me know if you grow them, but look at the two that I picked out. Let me look at that, if this will show up. Look at those, how gorgeous are those? So I ordered both of those, and they'll be coming in March of 2026, because that's when it'll be time to plant them. But I am so excited. So tonight I'm just going to be diving into my computer and taking all the notes I can. I'm trying to take classes that are offered, but let me know if you grow them and which ones are your favorite. I'd love to know. But I am so excited for things that are to come in the garden. Okay, dinner is coming along. I've got the jalapeno poppers ready. So that was super easy to just pull right out of the freezer. They're stuffed with cream cheese, cheddar cheese, bacon bits on top of the jalapenos. Let me know if you eat jalapenos. And then we have mashed potatoes with a little bit of bacon bits inside of it and butter. It's going to be delicious. Now we're just waiting on the pork tenderloin. Oh, I was going to ask, do you eat jalapeno peppers? And I did a recipe with buffalo chicken poppers. Oh, they were delicious. So I need to feed my sourdough, and making sourdough has been the most therapeutic adventure I have been on. I absolutely love it. It did take me, I'm going to be very honest, it took me 3 times. I went to a class that my garden club did, and I thought I had it. I didn't have it. I tried to start my own sourdough from scratch by watching some videos. Couldn't do it. The 3rd time I almost gave up, but I bought someone's dehydrated and brought it back to life, and that's been over 8 months ago. And I have kept my little sourdough going every week. That doesn't mean I make sourdough every week, but I do feed her every week. And I love the process so much. So, Eddie, hey, you're okay. But I love the process, and I'm gonna feed her now. You don't need anything special, but I did buy the Weck jar, and I love it. I love how this little top sits here, so nothing gets inside of it, and it just kind of can rise, because boy does it rise. I have made that mistake where she overflows and makes a big mess. But let me get her fed, and I just kind of do the process slowly so that I can really enjoy it. Good morning, welcome to the greenhouse. I am so happy that today I have my SD card coming in, which is going to make life so much easier. I have my 2 batteries coming in for the camera, so I will not run out of a battery anymore. It's amazing how quickly these run out of memory and battery, especially when you're turning them off, turning them on. And then what else we have? I have another tripod, which, why do we need another tripod? But this one is, I went through all of my tripods this weekend, and some of these are just, you can have it sitting and it can just start to collapse. It's not locking in place, and I'm not going to risk the cost of a camera on a tripod that, like, this one won't go in. This one won't stay out. You know, it's like, let's just get rid of that, put it up. But, you know, for that extreme emergency that I need an extra one. So today's going to be a good Amazon delivery day. I'm super excited about that. And Then you run into the issue, not that you want to hear all this, you have to have one tripod that holds your phone and then another tripod that has this kind of little piece on it. It's just, it's a lot of fun. So I am getting myself organized. That's one thing that I'm really working on this week. But just a quick look at the garden, and I'm going to walk through and just take a look at everything. Came out here for a minute. My guard dog is definitely checking things out behind the curtains to make sure we're safe. But other than that, I hope you had a great night. And the jalapeno poppers were delicious last night. I don't have a tripod in here for my phone, so you're up there, but it's actually working. But what else? The poppers were delicious. So I hope you have found some inspiration this week on some garden to table meals, but you don't have to have a garden. You can still get those ingredients at the grocery store and at your local farmers markets, and support them, and they would be absolutely delicious. So I'm gonna go take a look before we head out for the day, and that's it. Holy moly, I can see it from the greenhouse. I need to cut this right now because look at that. We just looked at that yesterday. Wow, let me go get my scissors real fast. I just cannot get over how quickly something can grow. That is crazy. Look at that, and I just checked it yesterday. I think we have some over here as well. Wow, we saw this one yesterday as well. My goodness. Okay, I'm gonna give these until lunchtime, and then I will come out and cut these. You know what, I need to go ahead and get that one. That one doesn't need to grow anymore. Okay, that is a fantastic harvest. I just hope those didn't get too big, that they're too woodsy, but I think they're okay. So we will cook those tonight with my chicken dish. I am over the moon because we can go on more field trips. I have so many that are absolutely ready. And then I have these over here. It has stopped raining, and so they can go sit out in the sun for a little while. They are ready. So because we are a week behind because of the weather, that means we're going to have like double the amount to plant. So it's going to be a very, very busy weekend. Okay, there are so many. And I still have some that I'm having to put everywhere that there is sun on the patio. We're going to have a lot of planting to do. If I can find a spot of sun, I am putting seedlings. So if you're new to gardening or you've never heard the term field trips, that just means that you're taking your seedling that's been inside of a greenhouse with the source of light that's in the greenhouse for the last anywhere from 8 to 10 weeks, and then you're ready to plant them, but you can't just go take them from that area out into direct sunlight because it will, number one, they'll have transplant shock and the sun will just scorch them. So you've got to get them used to being out in the sun and the wind elements, because when you think about it, they've never had the wind move their stem. So a lot of times you take a little fan and put it in your greenhouse and it helps create that so that their stem is stronger. But now they're outside so that they can get some sunlight. So you start out with about 15 to 30 minutes, depending on how strong the sun is, and then you kind of build it up. So today they're going to get about 20 minutes, and then they'll get 30 minutes, and then they'll get maybe an hour. And so it builds up every day over the next week until they've been out there all day and they can take it. And if it seems like they need a little longer, you know, you give them a little more time. That way, when they have they're transplanted into their raised bed, they're just getting used to their new spot, not their new spot and being moved, and the wind and the rain and the sun and the heat. There's so many compounding elements. You're taking away as many of those as possible. So that's why they're on a field trip. So I'm heating something up, but I made my hair appointment today for tomorrow. I cannot believe she had a spot. I literally woke up today and was like, it's time for a haircut. I need to go with something, just add some volume, maybe a couple layers through there, make it flow better. But so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and book it because she probably won't have something for the next 3 to 4 weeks. She had a spot open tomorrow. I was like, put my name on it. So I'm super excited about that. That always feels great when you have this is not opening, when you have a hair appointment on the books and it's so close. So that was a real win. Got it. I'm over the moon. My package came in from Amazon, and number one, I just put my SD card in there. I now have like 128 gigs instead of 2. Why did I ever own a card that had 2 in there to begin with? I think you can get like 30 minutes of footage on a 2 gig card, but now we have 128, so that is great. I love this. It has a carrying case tripod, so I can keep everything all together. I can already tell. Oh, I love this. Oh my goodness, fantastic. That is heavy, heavy, heavy. And then not only 3, but you can take it 4, so it can almost be as tall as I am. So that is gonna be great. Okay, so I'm gonna make myself an iced coffee before I head out. I love making it to take back and just drinking it for the rest of the afternoon. I kind of have a cutoff at 2 o'clock and I'm like, okay, no more, you're done. But what I want to share is I had a couple questions about the coffee machine that I use, so I thought I'd kind of tell you about it real quickly. It is the Ninja Luxe, and it was my Mother's Day gift. It is something that has definitely been on my wish list, and I absolutely love it. Love it. It is super simple. I'm not going to go through everything. I just had questions about what machine I was using. That's it. I feel like it's definitely one of those things. There's so many videos on there that you could find it. What do I like about it? Number one, it's just so pretty, and it's pretty sitting on the counter, but it's just so enjoyable to make a cup of coffee with it. I don't know what it is. It's just the process to me. Literally just coming over here and getting everything set up and going through the steps, and you know, I can choose, am I going to pick a classic cup of coffee? Do I want it over iced? Do I want a cold brew? I can go from 6 ounces to 18 ounces, and then I can make my own cold foam and froth my milk, whatever I want to do. It's kind of all right there, and it honestly just feels like my own little coffee shop. I also like how much money I'm saving by not getting coffee, because that can get expensive very quickly. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now, and I'm just going to walk through the process. Enjoy that for the rest of the afternoon. But I wanted to thank you so much for being here this week. I'm just having a blast. It is so great to be back and to be chatting with so many of you, and I just can't wait to continue sharing with you. I hope you enjoyed our garden to table dinner this week. I actually just had some, and it heated up so nicely. Literally, I put it in the microwave for 30 seconds and it was done. And then what else did we? Jalapeno poppers. You can buy your jalapenos at the store, make several in advance, put them in the freezer, but whenever it's garden season, if you're growing, package up a lot. I cannot wait to even double the amount I did this past season next year. So it's hard to believe I say next year, but we'll start planting seeds in January. Maybe the end of December, early January. We'll be planting seeds in January. That'll be here in no time. But thank you so much, and I would love for you to pick the emoji this week. You pick it, and I can't wait to see what you pick. All right, thanks so much. Bye-bye.